Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another live stream. And we have got some very cool news, but we'll discuss all that in just a minute. We are of course doing the old format today, which is a nice little surprise. We're doing Spotlight Hour again today. The event which was taken off us at the start of this month, but now it is back. It has returned, but only for this week, and we'll discuss that in just a second. Well, let's start catching these Mareep. And have we got an electric type? We'll need to electric type Mega Evolve to get some more candy. Let's go for what can Mega Evolve? Manetric. Max Mega as well. Let's Mega Evolve him. So Manetric Mega Evolved. Hey Jonathan, yeah, I know I'm late. Right, there are the stats, Jonathan. If you want to take a screenshot of that, being that you're here, I was just about to take a screenshot myself. But them are the stats for Mareep. Hey, how are you? Thanks very much for joining. And Pokédex numbers, there are the Pokédex numbers. So those are there, Jonathan, if you want to take a note of them. We'll probably won't bother with the likes of XP. I'm not really going to focus too much on XP tonight, and we don't get any bonuses, so not too worried about XP. Unless you want to take a note of it. How are we, Suri? Yeah, I'm good, thanks. I'm very good. Don't know what sort of XP we are on. Yeah, we're not far away from 1100 really. 1.1 mil, not far away. 13 mil to go. I know it's actually been quite nice today, remarkably. It seems to be going up and down quite a lot at the moment, weather. One day I'm waking up and having to defrost my car first thing in the morning before going to work. And then the next thing it's quite pleasant and it's, you know, jumpers enough sort of weather. Maybe even t-shirts some days. So yeah, it is very much up and down. Hopefully that means summer will be great. Hopefully it's not this sort of indecisive when it comes to that. Each hour changes rain, sun, hail, sun. Yeah, that's pretty much what it's been like this last couple of days, hasn't it? It's been crazy weather-wise. It's been ridiculous. So yeah, of course, thanks very much for joining everybody tonight. We are doing Mareep Spotlight Hour, which is really cool that we've got Spotlight Hours back. And they are back just for this week. We have got the shockingly good time event, which when everyone looked at the event graphics a couple of weeks ago when we first announced this event was coming up, a lot of people were just basically saying, oh, another event which I'm just not worth the effort, another event I'm not going to do, and so on and so forth. It didn't seem so appealing. And then last night all hell broke loose. So as soon as I finished my live stream last night, I got home and we actually did a couple of live streams in my office room because we had such bad internet problems. So I was showing some people around my room and stuff like that. But after we did the live streams last night, straight away, loads of notifications about Mimikyu. So Mimikyu news we had to do a little bit of a video about it last night. And Mimikyu is going to be appearing in Pokemon Go. And in fact, you can see it already on the Go Pass. So I haven't brought the Go Pass as of yet, but I probably will be doing it at some point. So at rank 30 of the Go Pass, you will see an encounter on the free section. That encounter is Mimikyu. Mimikyu will be at rank 30, but also at rank 30 of the Deluxe, you will get a Mimikyu hoodie if you buy the Deluxe Pass. Then, when you go down to the bonus ranks, you'll get more encounters at rank 60. So if you scroll down here to rank 60, you will get more encounters, and both of those are Mimikyu. So you'll get one more from the free one and one more from the paid one. So if you do buy the Deluxe Go Pass for this event, you'll get 3 encounters with Mimikyu and also that hoodie, which is super cool. But if you are just wanting to do the free Go Pass, you will still get 2 encounters with Mimikyu. So really, really cool. And then, big developments today. People in the earlier time zones, let me just get up this hill and get my breath back a little bit. But yeah, people in the earlier time zones have now discovered that Mimikyu is available in the wild. So people have been waking up in Australia, New Zealand, or stopping overnight into midnight and into Wednesday, the 1st of April, and Mimikyu has started appearing in the wild after midnight. So midnight tomorrow or midnight tonight, you can get Mimikyu in the wild. It is a very rare spawn, but it is going to be available in the wild. I have just done a YouTube short video and also a TikTok short video on it and all the information surrounding its wild spawn. So make sure to go check that out. Yeah, midnight tonight, yeah. So 12 AM tonight. So yeah, local time. So a little under 6 hours for us here in the UK. Mimikyu will be appearing in the wild, and it has a really cool form as well. We'll discuss that in just a minute. I'm really considered buying it, but sort of sat on the fence. So yeah, the ticket in the shop is $4.99, so it is $5, £5, £5, or your local currency. So yeah, it's one of those that if you do really want the costume and you do really want the encounter, then it's perhaps worth it. But being that you can find them in the wild, don't rush into buying it, I don't think. Of course, people can gift it you, that's fantastic if you do. But if you are consider buying it, perhaps not rush into buying it unless you really want that hoodie. Because at the end of the day, if it is going to be appearing in the wild, then you are going to get more encounters anyway. If you're not too worried about the hoodie, then you're effectively paying an extra £5 for just another encounter, which you're going to get in the wild anyway if you're lucky enough. And of course, most people will be able to find at least one Mimikyu in the wild, because you'll be able to see the shadows on the nearby first thing, and even if it's miles away, it will show you on the nearby where it is, because it will be your first one. So definitely don't rush into buying it if you are a bit, you know, not as much of a Mimikyu fan as others. But of course, if you're a huge Mimikyu fan and you've been waiting for this time for a long time in the game, then you may want to just rush straight into the item store and buy it. One thing I would recommend if you are definitely going to be buying it is buy it through a web store, and you may get some additional bonus as well. You might get a free raid pass or something like that for the same price. So make sure to buy it through the web store just to get a little bit extra for your money. One free green pass for $4.99. Yeah, so you do get an extra green pass for buying it through a web store, which is good. At least it's a little bit extra. So yeah, Mimikyu will be in the wild as of midnight tonight, as we've just discussed. And it is going to be a very rare spawn. So you could probably expect it to be sort of the same rarity as the likes of Gibble or Axew or stuff like that when they first appeared. Sort of that sort of rarity, I would assume. But again, it might be very, very good to be on a Discord community where you are locally, and hopefully people can sort of tell you if there's one about, if it is that rare. They can hopefully help you find them a lot easier. But yeah, it is a very, very cool spawn. Finally got my first shiny in ZA. What did you get, Jonathan? What was your first shiny? Don't say Ghastly. Mareep, there's so many sheeps. Bellsprout. Not a bad little shiny, actually. You know, and obviously it's got its Mega Evolution on that game, hasn't it? So that's actually quite a nice little one to get. Could have a Mega Victory Bell. I'm guessing you're going to evolve it all the way and Mega Evolve it. Is it a free shiny Mareep you get? Yeah, free shiny Mareep. Yeah, so Mareep is not boosted during this event. There's a couple of spotlight hours which are boosted. So the likes of tomorrow, which will be Mimikyu. Now, there is still rumours, and we haven't yet seen any confirmed reports because, of course, no time zone is that far ahead where they're already doing the Spotlight Hour and Raid Hour tomorrow. But the Pikachu Spotlight Hour tomorrow evening, same time as today, 6 PM till 7 PM local time, is rumoured to have Mimikyu involved as well. So maybe we might see more Mimikyu spawns during that 1 hour event from 6 PM till 7 PM, alongside the likes of Pikachu, because of course Mimikyu is a Pokemon which likes to disguise as Pikachu and tries to win friends by disguising as Pikachu. That's what it tries to do, hence the little costume it always wears. So yeah, there is rumours that it will be spawning more often during Spotlight Hour tomorrow. But tomorrow, Pikachu Spotlight Hour, 6 PM till 7 PM, is going to be a shiny boosted Pokemon as well. Pikachu is shiny boosted for this event. So hopefully you can get your hands on a couple of shiny Pikachu. And of course, if you do manage to get a decent shiny Pikachu, then you have got Raichu's Mega Evolutions to look forward to. They'll be released in Pokemon GO in the next sort of 12 months or so, I would assume. But it may be a little bit longer, depending on how quick they want to roll out these new Mega Evolutions from Legends ZA. But Raichu, should I say, has got 2 different Mega Evolutions, an X and a Y, and they both look really cool. I don't know how much better they get in battle as an electric type, but they do look really cool, I must say. It's a shame you can't Mega Evolve the Gigantamax Pikachu that we had over the weekend. It's a shame that can't evolve and be Mega'd. It would have been useful all round then. But maybe a Dynamax Pikachu might be the best way to go. You can evolve a Dynamax Pikachu into a Dynamax Raichu, and then you could Mega Evolve it if you wanted to. So then you could use it in Dynamax battles as well as normal raid battles. What was shiny boosted for this event? So the shiny boosted, I believe, is around 1 in 64 to 1 in 128. So that is a shiny boost for this event. I haven't actually seen that many Pikachus about in the wild today since the event started. I've seen a couple, but not too many. So it does seem to be that the shiny boosted Pokemon for this event aren't appearing as often as the other Pokemon. So the shiny boosted ones are Dedenne, Chinchou, Pikachu, So Pikachu, Dedenne, Chinchou, and there is one more as well. Can't quite remember off the top of my head. Pawmi is also another one. So yeah, around 1 in 64 I would say for this event. But yeah, each one of those as well does have a spotlight hour. So it seems to be that the spotlight hours are sort of organised where tonight isn't a boosted shiny, tomorrow is with Pikachu, the next day after that isn't, the one after that is. So it sort of seems to be every other day we get one of those shiny boosted Pokemon featured. There may be one day in particular where we get one after another. But yeah, it seems to be shiny boosted not, shiny boosted not from my first initial look at it. Somebody might correct me on that if they've seen the full week schedule. Yeah, finally get the non-shiny costume Pikachu. Yeah, it's always featured in events, isn't it, with a costume. It's got that many different costumes, it's unreal. I wish Gengar had that much costumes. But then again, my storage would be just completely full if it did. I'd be maxed out. I wouldn't want to bin any. That's the thing. Costume Gengars are really hard to bin. Even if you have rubbish RVs. How are we doing with our weekly challenge, by the way? Yeah, Spotlight Hour, no bonus. It feels really weird, doesn't it? Not getting any bonus from a Spotlight Hour. It's really, really weird. I didn't actually spin my first Pokés up until about 4 PM today, so I was lacking behind on this, but I'm actually catching Rev up now. 51 out of 51 to Rev 62. Mareep sort of caught that Pokeball between its legs then. It's quite a catch. Excuses, Sir Rui. Letting the team down. Hey, how are you? Thanks so much for joining. Don't forget as well, if you're new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Greatly appreciated if you do. And also make sure to go check out my latest YouTube short videos with all the Mimikyu information. But we'll also discuss it a bit more and answer any questions you've got during this live stream. Now there is a Pikachu here, which, as we've just said, is shiny boosted during this event. Let's just catch him. Unfortunately, don't think he stayed in, man. No. Let's try again. Perhaps should have put a lucky egg on during this, because the amount of excellent throws I'm getting is pretty cool. Perhaps a little bit too late to start thinking about a lucky egg. Oh no, it's only 31. Might do a lucky egg tomorrow instead. Got to try and restrict the amount of lucky eggs I'm using. Could do with spinning that Pokestop behind me, couldn't I? For a weekly challenge. There we go. Before going too far, I just throw and hope for the best. Yeah, I normally do that, but when it's something like Mareep, when it's quite a nice, excellent throw, I do just try and wait that second longer before releasing a Pokeball just to get an excellent throw. Do a lucky egg today and tomorrow. I might do that. Let's see what the lucky egg status is. We have 5. So, you know what? Let's do it. Let's put our daily on. Let's put Roar of Time on. And we'll extend it for Around about 24 minutes. Clock is ticking. So yeah, we'll go around about an hour of these items now. Just under an hour. Pidoof. Our first spawn off for daily. Oh, a nice little excellent throw. See that we go plus plus might be getting an added in digital for subscription. Yeah, I have seen that, to be fair. I have seen something about we might be able to get like a, it's been found with a code, hasn't it? About a device which can catch Pokemon automatically, help you spin stops and all that stuff. So it sounds like what we may be trying to do is to incorporate what the Pokemon GO Plus does into the game as like an additional item. So you don't have to have a physical object, maybe. It might just be something that you can purchase in game. So I'm not too sure what's actually happening there. But that's what I'm sort of getting the vibe. Maybe it's something that you don't have to actually carry a physical object with you like the Pokemon GO Plus. It is something that you can just subscribe to, and therefore you can just use that instead to help you spin stops and stuff and catch Pokemon. I'm guessing it's going to be very similar to the Pokemon GO Plus, where you can only use Pokeballs to help catch Pokemon, unless of course you touch a button, which I don't think they'd do on the in-game thing. I think it would just be a case where it can only use Pokeballs. Anything else you just have to manually catch. I'm not sure. It seems very interesting anyway, looking up the data mine stuff. It'd be interesting to see how they go about doing that. But yeah, I'm covered anyway. I've already got a Pokemon GO Plus, so I'm more than happy with the physical device. Just like phones turned into eSIMs. Yeah, defo. Wonder if you'll get it from a research. Get a research from it. Yeah, the one with a sleeping Snorlax. Maybe. Maybe. You might get an encounter with sleeping Snorlax every time the subscription renews, like once a month or something. Sort of tries to force you to carry it on then, doesn't it? We'll have to wait to see. It does seem like they're going to be releasing it soonish for it to be in the code already. Does look like they're probably going to be releasing it in the next sort of month or two. Maybe at the start of next season. Start of June time, they might release it just before the Go Fest. Yeah. Yeah, it's very much like that. Everything we catch is just Scopely, isn't it? Yes, it's on our account, but we could take it off us at any time. Terrible throws. Let's get back to the excellence. There we go. Yo, yo, yo. How are we, Miss Blue? Thanks for joining. What are we betting that it's going to be like? 100 quid research and it's going to take you a year to complete the biggest of all grinds. Probably so. Probably so. I wouldn't bet against that, to be fair. I think there'll end up being a research where you have to, I don't know, there might be like a quick research that you can do. Maybe it only takes like a day to complete, where you actually end up getting the item, and then to activate the item you then have to pay the subscription fee or whatever. I'm not sure. There has been talk about Pokemon GO subscription for a while, to be fair, but it's more so been around sort of items and stuff like that. So it's more so been around, you know, pay so much a month and you get so many raid passes, so many lucky eggs, so many incenses, etc., etc. And you get it as like a bundle. So it becomes as like a subscription bundle. Obviously, most other games have it, you know, the likes of Fortnite and stuff like that. You can pay a monthly fee for, and you end up getting a bundle of stuff. And so many coins and stuff like that. So yeah, I think it's been talked about quite some time, and it's probably something that's a lot of people have wanted for quite some time, because it can definitely get out of hand with all the event tickets and stuff like that. And before you know it, at the end of a month, you've spent a ridiculous amount of money. Whereas if you sort of subscribe to something like that and don't buy any extras, you know, you can sort of manage it a bit better. Because it does become a very costly game if you don't watch what you do. A very free-to-play game soon becomes a very expensive game to play, depending on how you're going about it. But yeah, it's amazing, this event. This event we're currently playing now, a shockingly good time. It is amazing how, just from releasing Mimikyu, it's changed an event which nobody was talking about into an event that every single person is talking about. Every Pokemon GO fan is now talking about this event because of the release of one Pokemon. It's been crazy. Of course, we've been all wanting Mimikyu for ages on Pokemon GO. It hasn't been just a few days or weeks that we've been wanting it. It's been years that the fan base have been wanting it. And of course, Mimikyu is one of the fan favourites in the Pokemon franchise. So a lot of people have been waiting a long time for this. Nearly 10 years of the making, of course. So a lot of people have been waiting a long time for this. And it's finally here. Mimikyu is finally here. You can encounter it on that Go Pass, as we mentioned before, at rank 30 and rank 60. And you can also encounter it in the wild as of midnight tonight / tomorrow, April the 1st. So you can encounter it in the wild then. And like I say, I fully expect something to happen with Pikachu Spotlight Hour. It seems very suspicious that Pikachu Spotlight Hour is on April Fool's Day. Mimikyu is being released in the wild on April Fool's Day. It just sort of adds up that Mimikyu may be spawning alongside Pikachu during that Spotlight Hour tomorrow. It sort of makes sense. You know, Mimikyu, the Pokemon which always disguises as Pikachu, hence the costume it wears. It tries to replicate the Pokemon which most people like and love in the game, which of course is Pikachu, and hence why it dresses up to try and mimic Pikachu's appearance, hence the name Mimikyu. Psychic's unknown power, we definitely need to... Bro, will you trade? I would love to trade, but unfortunately you have to be within 100 meters of each other to trade. So unfortunately we can't do a trade unless you're stood next to me somewhere, which I don't think you can. But yeah, unfortunately we can't trade, mate. I'd love to, but I'd love to trade with a load of people who tune in to watch the channel, but unfortunately it just isn't possible. Unless you're really close by, or unless we get to the new Forever Friend status, which takes 180 days to do. And once you're at that status, once you've done a trade, once you've gone Forever Friends and you've done a trade, it then resets back to Best Friends, which then requires you to interact with another 90 days to do another trade. So you can only do one trade every 90 days once you've got there, which is what me and Jonathan have now done. Yeah, no worries, mate. No worries at all. But yeah, me and Jonathan that was my first ever Forever Friend, Jonathan was. Isn't he lucky to be Jonathan, to be my first ever Forever Friend? What a lucky guy Jonathan is. I'm going to get a sarky comment back now in a minute. But yeah, so Jonathan was my first ever forever friend. We're now working our way towards getting another distance trade done. Another remote trade. I don't know what we're going to do next. What are we going to do next, Jonathan? Have we already made some suggestions for our next forever trade or not? Rolts off the rocket. Can't wait, it's so cute. Yeah, Mimikyu is really, really cute. Dan, you got any London Pikachus? Which ones in particular? The ones with the London background, you mean? Like the actual location background? I think I've got one. Blue and red jacket costume. Pikachu. So not the location backgrounds, just what's it ones? You mean them? Them ones? Or do you mean? I wonder if you mean these ones down here. I didn't know that we were known as a London Pikachu. Them ones. Are those the ones that you're on about? That's the one. So yeah, 2022 that was. Yeah, I've got three. Got three in total. All decent sort of stats. Got any spare shinies? Don't think I've got any London Pikachu shiny. Let me try. Year 2022 and Pikachu and shiny. No, I haven't got any shinies, unfortunately. So yeah, I've only got those three that I showed you before. So no shinies, unfortunately. Didn't get a shiny during my event. I did go down to London at Go Fest, but I didn't get a shiny. By the looks of it. Huge Mareep. Also during the London Go Fest, which I've never seen return again, was the Aerodactyl with a satchel. Don't know if you've seen that, but Aerodactyl has a costume. I don't know if you've seen Aerodactyl's costume. It's this one here. So Aerodactyl with a satchel. Looks really cool. So yeah, I've got loads of him. Got loads of him with the costume. If ever anybody wanted any of those for a forever friend trade. Yeah, 2023 had tiaras, yeah. Any spare locations, don't ask people are funny with them, pal. Won't give me a... Did Lugia back in 2017, that's ridiculous. I'm not sure if I've got any spare location ones. Don't think I have. I've only ever attended a location in person once, and that was at London. And my only spare I haven't got any shinies. The only shiny I got was a Yveltal, which I'll be gold bottle capping next time. But I had around about 6 legendaries with the background during that London Go Fest. And I've pretty much got one of each legendary now. The one spare that I had, the one duplicate that I had, I ended up trading to my son. So he's got that one now because he wanted a location background, which is fair enough. But yeah, I've still managed to get all the others, I believe. In fact, I have to double check on that, what ones I've got. I think there was one I missed out on. I don't know if I got a Rayquaza with a London background, I'm not sure. I think it was Yveltal, Xerneas, Rayquaza. It was quite a few, to be fair. Let's have a look. Location, background. Yeah, so I've got London. Oh, I've got a couple of Londons, actually. I've got one traded to me, so how many have I not traded? So yeah, I've got a Rayquaza with a London background. 2166 and 2693. Should do minus traded. So yeah, these are the only London ones I've got. So yeah, 2 Yveltals, 1 shiny, 1 isn't. Xerneas, Cresselia, Rayquaza and Rayquaza. Annoyingly no decent Rayquaza. Would have been cool to get a hundo of him with a background. '23 Go Fest was my first ever big event. I had no clue about tickets and stuff. Doing raids on Campfire. Yeah, the Go Fest events are really, really good. This year is going to be bigger than ever. With it being the 10th anniversary, it's going to be mad. Let's change to Great Balls here because these are just not catching on with Pokeball. Managed to get Groudon, Kyogre and Ray and a shiny Tiara Green Pikachu. That is awesome. I might have some of this shiny Pikachus with tiaras spare. I may have. Not 100% sure, but I may have. Shiny and year 2023. And Pika. Let's have a look. So yeah, I might have some really spare shiny. So green. Yeah, so I've got green, blue, 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 pink, 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 gold, 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 gold. And then, what's it? Costume thing. But yeah, I've got quite a few of them. The only one I haven't got spare is green. But yeah, you'll have to let me know what you want to do for our remote trade when we get to that stage. If it is Pikachu you're collecting or if it's something else. Did you get any EVs with a scarf from GoFest 2024? That was Umbreon and Espeon, wasn't it? It was Umbreon and Espeon with a scarf. I got Umbreon, shiny, with a scarf. But yeah, it's rubbish. It's rubbish Umbreon. I'm hoping to lucky trade it with somebody. Umbreon's my favourite one out of the Eevee evolution, so I'm hoping to lucky trade that light for light with somebody. You could probably steal a normal one if you wanted a normal one. Yeah, I've got a couple of spare normal ones. Got a 98, a rubbish extra small one, and just a normal freestyle one. So yeah, you can steal that one if you want to. Don't mind that. But yeah, I've only got one shiny, unfortunately. I think got them the only person who didn't get any of them. Yeah, I think you chose a pathway, didn't you, on that Go Fest? And you could choose either Umbreon or Espeon, and then it appeared more for you, or something like that. Not too sure. Or was it just different owly habitats they appeared in? Can't quite remember now. Same with egg shinies. I don't buy egg things. Never buy them. No, I never really buy incubators myself, to be fair. It is from showcases. So normally I put on showcases, try and win as many showcases as I can. And normally if you win a showcase, you get an egg incubator. And then I just save them up. So I save all my egg incubators. Right, that seemed to have worked. We toggled aeroplane mode on and off and we seem to have got it back. Hopefully we're back. But all seems good. I'm catching Pokemon again. And it all seems good. Stream dead, or is it just me? No, the stream did die then, unfortunately. Put a rubber band on the joystick, came back an hour later, you'll have a ton of shinies. Yeah. Amazes me how people can do that. Shiny save on Legends ZA up to 10 in the game. What's that? What do you mean? What do you mean we save up? Only works in the Wild Zone 3. I mean, I've not got Legends ZA, so this is completely gobbledygook to me. So you can actually save shinies up. So you don't have to actually catch a shinies. Ten can save them the whole world so you don't lose them. So you don't have to catch them. You can sort of like spot a shiny, avoid it for now, and once you've spotted up to 10, then it will start sort of saving over the top of the ones you've seen. Is that right? The Dene, one of the shiny boosted for this event. Again, around 1 in 64 odds for him. They can replace older spawns. Right, okay, that's fair enough. But why wouldn't you just catch the shinies anyway? Why wouldn't you just go ahead and just catch a shiny as soon as you see it, instead of avoiding it? Any reason? How are we doing on this social thing, by the way? Oh no, Rev's going to beat me. Rev is going to beat me. Come on, I can't let that happen. We've got to beat Rev. I don't know if it's possible, but I'll try. Oh, right, just in case you walk past it. Right, okay, fair enough. So just in case you miss one by accident, you don't have to worry too much, because if you go back there, it's probably still going to be there. That's actually quite cool. damn it. Rev beat me. He got 68 and I got 61. God damn it. Start the encounter. Tandem mouse, no shiny. Win Rev. No, we're not shouting Rev. Spotlight hour is done. Shall we do the stats, Jonathan, or did you not take him in the first place? Am I on this, Jim? I am. I got no idea I was busy playing it. I can go back and see what you got. No, don't worry. Don't worry. If you're busy playing ZO, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. Don't worry about it. Right, we might as well do a few Woobat Dynamax battles. There's one here. So we'll jump in this. So yeah, only 5 more hours to go until we get Mimikyu spawning in the wild here in the UK. I'm not going to be sat up waiting for it, by no means. If I had the day off work tomorrow, I might be. But being that I'm at work tomorrow, I'm not going to be sitting around waiting for it tonight. I'm just going to wake up tomorrow, go to work, and hopefully get some when I'm at work, effectively. Alpha Riolu. $564 Woobat. Let's just quick catch that. We've got Sneasel for daily. Right, so what have we got? Power up Pokemon 3 times, we'll bin that. It's really annoying that we've made everything full odds in a while. I know there's a few shiny boosted Pokemon during this event, but they aren't even spawning that often, by all accounts. Poor me is one of those shiny boosted. We're still getting Mareep for some reason on the daily incense. Don't know why. Mareep Spotlight Hour is now finished. One in 128 is a shiny boost. Right, fair enough. Right, okay, awesome. Nice to get that little bit of info. Stone Journey. Right, let's add on the showcase. bug type. Extra large grubbin. Ends today at 8 o'clock as well, so we need to try and find 2 more showcases to add on to. Yeah, exactly. I just wish the shiny boost for events was more, being that we seemingly always get an event now. I know we didn't have one last week, but we've been seemingly following on from Monday straight into Tuesday with a new event. And I was hoping that with the events being like that, and with we pretty much constantly having all events now, I was hoping that the shiny boost would be 1 in 64 still, and it would be for more Pokemon, but unfortunately that is not the case. It is 1 in 128, as you've just said, and it's only for certain Pokemon, and they aren't spawning that often, to be fair. Oh dear, excuse me, just sneezing. Yeah, so we sort of like contradicted themselves a little bit with the shinies, because, cheers, they've sort of contradicted themselves with the shinies because they've done like they've made everything in a wild shiny, no matter what evolution it is, which is awesome. It should have been like that from the start, in my opinion. So whatever evolution is, they've made it all shiny, which is great. But we have got rid of the shiny boosted odds for the likes of the Megas, which is not so great, and also for the likes of Bronzor, Lickitung and stuff like that, which isn't too bad. We can miss not getting them, but I would still have liked to see shiny boost for the likes of the Megas. Anything that's been Mega evolved in the game already can be shiny boosted in the wild. That would still be a really cool feature. And then we've just literally dumbed down all the shinies effectively, so they've sort of contradicted themselves a little bit. They'd sort of made these improvements saying that it was going to be easier for everybody to get shinies, but instead it just seems to be more difficult. And I don't think it'll be long until the shiny boost during these events, going forward, I can fully expect that for the likes of this event, for example, Pikachu, Dedenne, Chinchou getting their shiny boosted during this event, I can fully expect in the future that shiny boost is only going to be for people who buy tickets. So potentially like a Go Fest thing, you know, when you buy the Go Fest ticket, you have that increased shiny rate. I wouldn't be surprised if you start doing that per event. I wouldn't be surprised. It's more incentive to buy the tickets, and that at the end of the day is what we want you to do. So I would not be surprised if that's what we end up doing in the future, maybe next year sometime. But yeah, shiny boosted only during events. We've already done that now, taken away all the shiny boost and only made it an event only thing. It's only a matter of time until we put it behind a paid ticket. It definitely does. It definitely does start to feel like that now. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of things you can do free to play still. You can still earn your 50 coins every day. We did try that weird experimental thing in Australia that time where you had to do tasks throughout the day to earn your coins, instead of having to put them on gyms, but it just didn't work. People didn't take to it, and it quickly died a death. But yeah, so they have been trying different ways, but they've got to give you a free way to earn coins to class it as a free-to-play game. But of course, you know, we don't have to sort of take the time in releasing tickets for events and stuff like that. They can just sort of keep bombarding you with that, and then you feel sort of somewhat pressured to end up buying certain tickets. Raichu 952, I don't know if that's any good. Yeah, it takes like 3 to 4 months to get 1,000 coins. Yeah, that's about right. It's ridiculous. 952 Raichu, a Alolan, not very good. In the bin. Yeah, I've started saving my coins up daily if I can get kicked off gyms, that is. Hey Lion Rabbit, how are you? Thanks for joining. But yeah, the main thing I pay for, I use my coins on, when I've saved up enough, is to buy that 5,200 coin box in the shop, or 5,400 coin box, I think it is, in the shop. And that gives you 99 raid passes. So that is the best box for raid passes. It's the best value per raid pass box in the game. It's around about 51 pence per raid pass, that box. And that's the best pass to coin ratio. I'll buy Pokemon storage and items, never spent a penny, got 4k on each, and I use my 200 for that. And that's why I encourage anybody starting out a game to do as well, because a lot of people, when we first start the game, a lot of new people in my community, for example, when we first start the game, we're so wanting legendaries and stuff like that. We end up saving up the coins, buying a bundle of free raid passes instead of buying storage. And then before you know it, we're having to transfer Pokemon that we don't want to transfer just so we can catch more legendaries. And it just ends up being a way where you can never end up getting enough storage in. You're just always behind on the storage requirements that you need. So if you start the game off and try and save up your free coins every day that you can earn from defending gyms, use them to buy storage in the game first, and then once you've got enough storage, once you've got a nice little breather of storage, then you can start thinking about buying raid passes and doing legendary raids. But of course, you get a free raid pass every day anyway, so you've got more than enough to do some legendary raids throughout the week, doing just a free raid pass every single day. And of course, if you don't use a free raid pass from today, you can use 2 tomorrow. You can only stack 1 from the day before as such. And then of course, once you've used that 1 from yesterday, you can spin a new gym on that day, get another 1 for that day, and use that 1. So that's pretty much what I'm going to be doing tomorrow for raid hour, Regidrago raid hour, is that I'll be using today's free raid pass and then doing tomorrow's free raid pass as well. And then that way I get 2 raids of Regidrago for free. So yeah, you still have to be clever a little bit with how you manage your coins on this game, because like I say, you can soon start spending so many coins, and then another event comes out where you wished you hadn't spent any coins, and then you're having to actually put real money on the game to get what you want from a game. So it soon manages to claw you in, effectively. But yeah, let's have a look and see what legendaries or what raids are about at the moment. We've got a couple of mega raids, which is Mega Houndoom at the moment. We've also got a couple of level 1s, but nothing in particularly hatching anytime soon. We're all around about 40 minutes away, which is a little bit annoying. And of course, today is the last day for Regieleki. I know I remote raided one with Jonathan before. Jonathan got a really good one as well, a 98. But yeah, today's the last day for Regieleki. It is one of the best electric types in the game. Tomorrow we will get Regidrago, which is actually not a bad dragon type. It is a little bit similar to Gengar in a way, where it's quite glassy, so it doesn't last much on the battlefield. But it does actually do quite a bit of damage now with its legacy move that got released last year. Regidrago is actually a better dragon type than Rayquaza, I believe. we'll have a look at that in just a second. Of course, normal Rayquaza, that is, not Mega. In fact, let's have a look at that now. So we'll use the tool which we did use yesterday, Dialga Dex, and let's go to Dragon. And we'll scroll down, and it's not far off, to be fair. It is just below normal Rayquaza, so my apologies for that, but it is just below normal Rayquaza. It's 16th with Dragon Energy and Dragon Breath. Both of them are legacy moves, both fast move and charge move, a legacy move there. But it's only just behind Rayquaza, 24.13 on Rayquaza, 23.8 on Regidrago, and it's actually a better dragon type than the likes of Mega Latias, which is ridiculous. Shadow Latios as well, Palkia and Salamence. It's a better dragon type than Salamence, which is ridiculous. Salamence is always known to be quite a decent dragon type back in the day, but Regidrago is actually better than it, which is crazy to think. But yeah, the really cool thing with Regidrago as well, and you'll probably see me do it throughout this week on Spotlight Hour live streams, for example, is it is soloable. So we will be doing some solo raids of Regidrago this week on the channel. I'll probably record a few as well and put them on my YouTube as shorts and as full videos. But also I'll be posting them on my TikTok as well, so make sure to keep an eye out on both platforms for those videos. But yeah, Regidrago can be soloed. And in fact, the first time we ever soloed a Regidrago, I ended up getting a Shundo from it as an encounter, which was just crazy. So yeah, Shundo Regidrago on my first ever solo raid of it. And of course, it is now level 50'd and best buddied. I'll probably end up using that Shundo Regidrago against Regidrago in the next few days, just to get some use out of it. And also, Dragon is weak to Dragon, so it is actually quite a decent counter for it. First ever remote, got the shiny. He's the first ever legendary. Don't think Latios and Latias are useful. No, they're not as useful as what some people think, to be fair. I think they're more useful in the likes of a Dynamax setup. You know, the Dynamax ones. Guzzlord is soloable as well. Yeah. Moltres is soloable as a legendary, to the surprise of Mystic 7 when he messaged me after I'd done one. That was years ago, by the way, as well. When I soloed a Moltres first time round, I was one of the first players in the world to solo a Moltres using Rampardos. It was before Shadow Rampardos has been released on the game. And I ended up managing to solo a Moltres. He had to be in the right weather conditions as well. And it had around about 1 to 2 seconds left on it when I finally managed to do it. Around about 3 attempts to eventually do it. And I video recorded it at the time. Ended up putting it on my YouTube channel. It's one of the first ever solo legendary raids I did on my YouTube channel. And I also put it on Twitter. And when I put it on Twitter, Mystic 7 actually ended up messaging me on Twitter to ask if it was legit. And if, you know, it was a proper legit video, and if so, how I'd managed to do it. So I actually ended up messaging Mystic 7 back to say how I actually managed to do it. And I just got the response, awesome. And that was it, awesome, thumbs up. And that was it. So it was really, really cool that Mystic 7 had messaged me to ask if I'd done it. He has got quite a big ego, of course, but it was still really cool to get a message of him. He's probably not one of my favourite YouTubers, but yeah, he's really, really cool. I'd say probably my favourite YouTuber. Trying to think now. I would probably say, I ended up actually winning a pass as well for this. So I'd probably say JT Valor. I was watching a stream one day and he was doing a giveaway where you can get like a special research. and they ended up winning that, and they ended up getting this Meltan from that special research. So hence why I've put it in my memento. But yeah, JT Valor seems really down to earth. He seems generally quite a cool guy. So yeah, he does seem to be like up there as one of my favourite YouTubers. He's not let it get to his head like some of them have. He's not too big-headed. He always seems to be talking to people and helping each other out, helping communities out and stuff like that. So yeah, he is generally down to earth, I think. Dance for the highest rank. We've got 6 more minutes left on the lucky egg and the daily incense. And then after that, we'll probably end up finishing the live stream. And I'll try to finish it a little bit before where we started losing signal last night. Bow to Dan bow. All hail Dan. But yeah, we'll try and finish the live stream a little bit in a earlier place to where we started to lose signal yesterday. We might, that Bombardier is a little bit annoying. It's already finishing very soon, 3 minutes time. Don't think we're going to make that. We'll try and see if we can make that Bombardier, but no guarantees. But yeah, it's just after that Bombardier where we started seeing signal problems. Where that Bombardier is on the map there. We started encountering signal problems yesterday. So we will try and avoid that. We'll try and finish the live stream just before we get to that area. So we aren't in a situation like we were yesterday. Still annoyed I got a 13, 12, 13 Shadow Shiny Lugia from Goto. That is annoying. That is really annoying. I did end up getting a decent shadow this morning, to be fair. I got a couple of decent shadows this morning from rocket stops and balloons. And I think one of them can be purified into a hundo. So let's just have a look at these. So I've got Shinx, that's a one. Shinx can be purified into a hundo. Might be a good one to do. Do you live in the middle of the countryside? Yes, I do. I do live in quite a rural area. Most of my Pokestops are just footpath markers around here. But yeah, I've got a decent Wobbuffet as well, but unfortunately can't purify to a hundo. Tentacle, Gligar, just missing one stat to purify. Oddish would go to a hundo. I can tell by the map, yeah, it does give off that vibe of countryside with the darker colours of green and stuff like that. Ho-Oh, very, very close to a hundo, Ho-Oh. Very close. Lugia would go to a hundo if we purified it, but we've got so many of them as purified hundos, it's unreal. A couple of background. This one was really annoying. Because I managed to get a hundo or a shundo background Lugia, I was really hoping to get a shundo, you know, a purified shundo Ho-Oh from the next time it came round, and it came out with that gold background, and I ended up getting this, which didn't have the gold background, but was unbelievably close to being a purifiable shundo. 12, 14, 15, so close. Would have been a really cool set. But yeah, Raikou, a couple of Raikus, none of those which will go to a hundo. Heatran again, just one off the hundo, which is so annoying. But again, Heatran is probably more. There you go. That one would go to a hundo. But Heatran is probably better as a shadow than anything else. That's of course until the Mega Heatran comes out, and then we'll have to wait and see how strong that is in the game. But yeah, that might sort of sway my decision on whether I purify that one when the Mega Heatran comes out. Got a few of the shiny boosted Pokemon here. Poor me. Bomberdi has now finished. So yeah, we're unfortunately not going to be able to do any raids this evening. Is there any Dynamax here? We've just done that one already. So we'll probably save our max particles up now and we'll use them tomorrow instead. So in terms of tomorrow, obviously it's a little bit undecided what's happening in terms of Spotlight Hour tomorrow. As we mentioned before, Pikachu Spotlight Hour tomorrow night, 6 PM till 7 PM. Unfortunately, I will be in my local community hosting a raid hour, which is Reggie Drago tomorrow at the same time as Spotlight Hour. But also, I will be keeping my eye out on the news to see what is happening in terms of Mimikyu. Because if Mimikyu is starting to spawn in that same Spotlight Hour and it's spawning more often, I may have to only do half of raid hour and then shoot off and start doing some Spotlight Hour, so I sort of get an even split between the two. So yeah, if that does happen, I may go live tomorrow. But at this moment in time, don't expect a live stream tomorrow. I will be live on Thursday night for Spotlight Hour, 6 PM till 7 PM on Thursday, UK time. So keep an eye out for that. Same time as tonight, but on Thursday. Keep an eye out for that. And we'll try and go live around about 5:30 PM UK time on Thursday, just to go about half an hour of the event before going into that Spotlight Hour on Thursday, and we'll do the same again on Friday. But it's been a really good stream tonight. Thanks very much for joining in. We've had a few technical difficulties, but nothing too major. Nothing that a quick airplane mode toggle couldn't sort. But hopefully I might see you tomorrow. If not, I'll see you on Thursday. But make sure to like, subscribe to the channel, turn that notification bell on, and follow me on TikTok. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.